Morning guys.
Morning all.
How are we doing?
Welcome back to Wandering Soul Adventures. Before we start, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone. I mean, our little community is got a lot bigger since the last video that we had out, and some awesome comments and a couple of shitty ones that we'll probably address later, but whatever. But
honestly guys, we really appreciate it. I think from that last video it's almost at 20,000 views. Yeah. There's an extra 200 of you that joined the community. There's loads of comments and likes, and we love that. So yeah, again, big shout out to you all. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Stick with us.
Yeah.
There'll be more shit talking.
Yeah.
More bushcraft.
Yeah. We're not entirely sure what we're doing today. We know we're hiking out and we're going to camp somewhere if we can find somewhere, whatever. But we'll figure it out when we get there, and hopefully you want to join us and see what's happening.
Absolutely.
Plus, it's kind of my birthday camp as well, because my birthday's in a few days. So. Can't think of anything better than getting away from everyone. So yeah, cool. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit, guys.
That's apparently my birthday cake.
Hey, you'd be thankful I got you anything.
We were in the middle of nowhere, and some creepy thing that we walked up on. It's kind of cool. Hang on. Keep walking. Why is there a couple of kids' skull chairs next to some weird ass swampy area? Midges everywhere as well. Just saying aloud.
I think the worst of it is, mate, is that I need somewhere to sit.
Yeah. I kind of want to sit in it and just wait and see what happens.
But I'm a bit. I don't really want to take them because I don't know.
I kind of want to take them though.
Can you imagine somebody owning them? I say somebody very loosely.
Yeah, but I mean, there's just nothing.
No. And we're quite a way away from the path.
Yeah, just weird. Well, looks like we've found the spot for the night. A few trees. Any deadfalls going the other way, that way. So I'm tying mine to these two. So the tying is to under there that way. And we took the chairs.
And actually, interestingly, when we pulled up here, I say pulled up, when we walked up, there was a deer just, I don't know, just in the distance where that little pathway is. So we're hoping we don't get the zombie deer like we did last time, but we're hoping if we can pitch up either side, they might still come through this trail in the night. We might get some footage.
And no, we haven't got a trail cam yet. We'll get into that a bit later, but yeah, unfortunately we haven't got one.
Right then guys, just bring you back. So you've seen the before, show you the drawing, and hopefully afterwards you'll
see us crying.
Yeah, not see us crying. Although I did just catch my eye with a twig, the lethal right 10. So you can sort of see what we were saying. Ad's going to have a little hammock set up over there, from one to the other tree. I'm going to be under here when I stretch my DD tarps, hang them out a little bit. Bit of foliage above. And then the deer we saw was right there. So we're hoping if we've set it up right and the heads are facing the right way, we'll be able to see that later. Little tip for you all, one of the things I've just discovered is the sun goes down earlier in the woods. Because we've still got another couple of hours of light left, but you wouldn't know it. Anyway, we'll bring you back when we're set up, guys. So just thought I'd go over the setup a little bit, guys. So usually I'll have a little bit of a ridgeline tied up. Excuse the knife there, that's for the time you press it. So what I've done is some bungees all across there. Now I know it's probably not completely what's the word, purist, but it's a great way to set your tarp up. Stretched out between two there, and then I've got the hammock set up. Now what I am going to do later on is stick my inflatable mat in here, because I've already been in it and it's cold underneath, and then I've got a jungle bag and a Gore-Tex bivvy. But other than that, I'm pretty much set up for the night. Bags up there. In fact, here, look guys, it's like somebody's been here before. Had a nail in the tree. Proper rusty, been there a while. And then I've just got a bit of an A-frame type with the tarp. I'm sure loads of you guys know about DD tarps. They're fantastic, or DD hammocks tarps even, but go give them a look at, guys. The stuff is really, really good. Right then, guys, sorry for the weird camera angle. As you can see, DD tarps up. Cheap old double person Aldi's hammock up. I think it cost us all of what, Ad? £3 or £4?
Something like that. It was out of season.
Out of season. As we did with the Aldi's tents, we bought two at the same time, 2 hammocks, and then invested in some nice decent tarps to keep us waterproof. As you can see, I'm enjoying swinging here under 2 trees, and if I'm honest with you guys, I think it's only about 20 to 7, but I bet I'm not that far away from having a nap. Anyway, we'll catch up in a bit. We've got some questions to answer and a bit of bullshit to talk as always, so speak soon. See you guys. As I was saying, guys, right next to a footpath. They virtually walked right on our camp just then. We're fairly well hidden. These tarps are covering us from anybody really. Right guys, I'm just walking off a little bit to see how stealthy we actually are. We're right next to a dog walking path, right, a public footpath, and we've just seen 2 people probably come as close as where I am now. So I'm just wandering off down the track to see if you can actually see us. So I'm going to flip you around. So from where we are, we're probably only about 20 yards, 30 yards in front. Looks well hidden from here. You can just see Ad, I think, in the distance, or maybe not. Under there. So a slow walk back. Really nice and hidden. I mean, those people must have walked right past us. We were being fairly quiet, waiting for the deer. But even to here, we're probably only another 10 metres at most in front. 5 metres even, I'd say. And so you get right up and on top of us, you can barely see a thing. So proper stealthy tonight, guys. We're not even going to have a fire. There's no real need for it. It's quite warm tonight, although it's going to get quite cold in the night. But we didn't feel the need. It's been a sunny day. It's quite dry. We've got a gas stove for a fire. Just show you the setups. I think we've already shown you, but I'll show you again. Zad has got his tarp quite close to his hammock tonight. It's quite wet around here. Just trying to keep away from the midges. Me being me and a bit of a purist, I like to sleep out in the open. So again, we don't have mozzie nets on these hammocks, unfortunately. But that's my setup. Ignore the blue tarp on the floor, it's for later on so we don't get our feet wet. And the two spooky chairs we found earlier on.
Right then guys, hopefully you can hear this.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
We have got mics. Hang on, I think I might have just shifted mine. RIP your ears if you've got headphones in. Yeah, we did take it into account. A couple of you said about microphones and that, so we've got them on. Don't know how long they're going to last, and if it cuts off and this goes silent, then it's just cheap crap.
Yeah, you know, not very long. I think we've had them for a while. We just forget to put them on, don't we? We get that.
I did say that to, I think, someone who said about them. I was like,
yeah, we get that tied up in setting up. We just forget. And we'd rather get the bivvy and stuff up. We tend to set up quite late, and we do it on purpose. Well, I say late, just before it gets dark, because we like to be a bit stealthy. But I think, as you've seen from the video or the clips we've just added just before this, you'll see we're actually quite stealthy anyway. We've just had a couple virtually walk right on our camp.
Yeah.
Didn't see us, kept walking past, so hopefully that footage comes out okay. I think we've got a few questions, didn't we?
Yeah.
Lee, buddy, thank you very much for commenting again. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, sort of a side note, obviously we've said, like, you know, our community has grown quite quickly. And
Which
it's
is
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. But we really want to keep it as like a positive kind of non-trolly bitch type area.
Yeah,
so
somebody can come and have a comment and a bit of a feedback without feeling like that.
Yeah. Constructive criticism is like, you know, it's not only like welcome, it's encouraged. That's fine. It's the dumbass comments about random crap, because we're openly saying we don't know what we're doing. We're fairly new to all this. We're just enjoying it. We're getting out, this, that, and the other. So someone bitching about, oh, you know, two burly blokes moaning about mental health, that's the exact kind of shite that we're obviously like pushing away from.
Yeah.
Not ours, just everybody's in general.
Yeah.
So it's just ridiculous. So it's all that you're going to get is you're just going to get blocked and deleted.
Absolutely. I say, aside from that, we've had loads of positive feedback.
Yeah. I don't want to focus too much on the negative.
No, 300 plus likes. I suppose the message is, the negative comments, guys, won't get seen unless they're good feedback, and some of them were really good feedback. Cameras, microphones was one.
Yeah.
Trail cam.
We're absolutely gutted, because I mean, I personally, I've never thought about a trail cam till the last camp. Obviously, hindsight's 2020. I wish we had one. Yeah. And we still aren't yet. Like, we're still trying to sort it out.
We've looked. I think the problem is there's so many.
The reviews
and the specs look the same. The reviews look.
They're all over.
They're all over the place. If any of you guys have got a trail cam, or you've got something you've tried and tested, fairly reasonable price, because obviously the channel's still small.
Still a budget.
Yeah, we're still sticking to a budget. Let us know in the comments if you've got one you've tried, if you've got some pictures or video from it. You know, send us an email. Let us know what works for you, because we're open to suggestions, really.
Yeah, I mean, you've only got to look on Amazon, like the reviews. It's like one person will say it's amazing, the next one will say, yeah, it was great for the first time, and then never worked again. It's hard to know, because we don't need trail cams so much. Like, obviously for what we're doing, we do, but it's never really something we thought of. So like, there's probably like name brands, or brands that are like, you know, everybody's like, you know, this is the perfect one or whatever, but we've got no way of knowing specifically what it is.
Absolutely. Again, as we've already said, you know, we've come up to this camp today. Adam spins around and goes, oh, look at that dog, and it was a bloody great road deer. So I can imagine in the night we're going to have that deer coming through this trail. So it'd be fantastic to have a camera to be able to spot those things in the night, really.
Yeah, that's it. Although, if it does run through and we don't catch it on camera, we'll probably mention it, but that'll be about it. We're not gonna, like,
and also anything else that goes on in the night. We're in some woods here, and it's quite notorious locally for for some of the myths and legends,
some weird
as
crap.
most woods do. And one of them is the White Lady.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. I don't know all the details. I just remember it's something along the lines of, she was the woodcutter's wife.
Yeah,
who lived
something
on the
like
edge
that.
of the woods, and he was called out to war. While he was away, I don't know, some group came through and killed her and the baby.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to like wander through these woods or whatever, like still searching for the baby.
So I suppose we'll find out later. I'm still, me and Adam, I think I've said before when we've done some tarp setups, that me and Ad before, this was our haunt. We used to come here as kids. Not so much this one, the woods opposite, but I still say it's our parents telling us ghost stories to try and keep us out of the woods at night. Didn't work.
No.
In fact, if anything,
it made it more interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So then, guys, I think a few of yous well, not comments. There was quite a lot of comments actually, and loads of likes. Last video was at nearly 19,500 views. I think I've said that. Incredible. So really, thank you very much. From our brothers and sisters overseas, again, thank you, because we have noticed there's been a real uptake for
America,
but Canada, Australia, some from the Philippines, which I find amazing, really.
That's got to be like some accidental clicking or something.
I think so. But again, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We know we're new, we're a small channel, but we do really appreciate the support you guys give us. If you've ever got any questions or feedback, bang them down in the comments down below. You know, we love answering your comments. We read every single one. We'll answer every single one, as long as it's positive, of course. Lee, I think we have to give Lee, I think Strayman.
I think so.
Big shout out, because you again consistently liking and commenting, buddy, and we really appreciate it. We got some negative comments actually. We hadn't seen them.
One of them don't even notice until you obviously replied to it.
I'd noticed Lee had replied. Basically back in our corner, and we do appreciate it, bud. It was noted, so thank you very much. I think the first question was from Lee then, wasn't it? It was about toileting when you're out.
That's all you, mate.
I suppose the trick is, if you can, go before you leave.
Find somewhere
to go before you leave. We often walk past lots of pubs and things, which I know it's a bit of a cop out, but again, we're learning, guys. One of the things I bought was from quite early on, Go Outdoors, was a little collapsible OEX spade. So the other option is find somewhere quite away from where you're camping.
Dig a big hole.
And bury whatever you have. Some people use those toileting straps. You've seen that?
The
bungee type things. They make me laugh. Those. I want to buy one just for the giggles.
Till it snaps.
Till it snaps. And it probably would snap. Either that or the tree would come with me and find me in the bottom of it. Taylor, down here. Others, I think one of the questions was somebody was saying they wanted to set up or go out, but they didn't have any gear. I'd say try it. You know, you don't need lots of gear. We've bought loads over the months, and honestly, I think
it's all like low end. Or second hand.
Army surplus. Army surplus stores usually have everything you need. The jungle bags, the softies, the Gore-Tex sleeping bags. I think I've probably spent no more than £100 for my full setup from there. The thing I spent a bit more on was a sleep mat, because again, you're on it, guys. If you're going to be on the floor, you might as well be comfy. And the DD tarps, I thought, you know, if I'm going to be under a tarp, and I love being under the tarp, as you guys probably know, I want it to be waterproof and good quality. You can get the super light one. I went for the thicker one because there's going to be times when it's going to be on the ground and I don't want to pierce a hole in it. Other questions, Ad?
I can't think of the questions. I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
There was one question, I suppose, with the nature of what of last camp, which was a bit spooky, I suppose, was the year that. But we had a deer run into the side of the tent. Somebody had asked, would we stay?
Oh yeah, would we go back?
Or would we leave? And I don't think we would. I think we'd stay. I think
we kind of have to. It's too dark to leave anywhere. So it's just a case of like, you know, whatever. It's
I think
as long as it's not climbing under your tarp and cuddling up with you, it should be all right.
I was going to say cynics. We're not cynics. We're very realistic, and there's usually a reason for whatever you hear or whatever you see. I know there's things that you can't explain that you see, and when we see them, it'll be a different story.
Yeah.
But I think we'd stay.
Yeah.
I think usually it's fight or flight, isn't it? And I think most people, you get that adrenaline rush and fear in the middle of the night. You're going to try and stay still, so whatever it is can't see you.
Yeah.
There was a good comment about wildcats and things, wasn't there, about being released?
Big cat, large cats, and
We were talking about the wild boars, that obviously they're being introduced in certain areas, not near us, thankfully, because I think they've eaten all of our scran.
Yeah, because we have seen some posts online about wild boars like absolutely ransacking campsites and everything through the night. Not near here though, so it's, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
we're meat eaters.
Yeah. So
So
get a fire on.
Get a fire on. I think I've already mentioned we're not going with a fire tonight. It's been warm today.
Yeah, there's no point.
There's no need.
No.
We're gonna at some point show you how we set up a fire, and it's gonna be in one of the recent or near sooner videos. But it's been warm today. It's dry. It was wet last night, but we've got no need. We're not doing a cook up.
Yeah.
We're trying to be stealthy. We don't want to be seen. We're right near a footpath, and I know we're being a bit noisy. Well, the bikes probably sound like we're being a bit noisy.
Yeah.
But we were probably 2 or 3 meters from a couple just stumbling upon us. So we're trying to be a bit more discreet tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. What we do want to do tonight, or on this video, is we've mentioned it a few times about what we're doing in August about the Viking Way walk. But we've officially launched like a GoFundMe for the charities that we're doing it for. For the new viewers, we're doing it. It's 150-mile hike, and it's basically the route that historians have claimed that Norse invaders took when there was obviously invading here.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that, but we're going to just basically camp and hike all the way through it.
Wild camp a lot, aren't we?
Yeah. And so we're aiming to raise money for 2 charities, St Andrew's Hospice and his Man Club, both important charities. So we'll end up putting the link in the bottom. The funds, obviously, it goes to, I think, what is it? It's GoFundMe, isn't it? Yeah. It goes like obviously through GoFundMe, and it'll all be handled at their end, kind of thing, and then it'll just be split equally amongst the 2 charities. So we're really looking forward to that. We're going to film as much as we can, and obviously upload as much as we can. And
proper looking forward to that. I'd said 150 miles through hike, carrying everything we need. We hope we're going to do between 15 and 20 miles a day. We'll see what happens with that. But we wanted to raise some money for some fantastic charities. We'll record it along the way, and we'll record us giving the checks to the charities as well. Get a bit of awareness for them, and I know they're quite well known, but the work they do is fantastic.
It's absolutely necessary. I mean, I can't think of, between the 2 charities, I can't think of one person who probably hasn't been like affected or knows someone who's been affected by
probably will need
one or the other. Particularly in recent years, after everything that's been going on and the world basically like bent. So but that's what we're aiming for. So the link should hopefully be in the description, and if it's not, it means that it won't let me post it there, but it'll be on our other socials, and it's all Wandering Soul Adventures. It's already on there, so we know that they're already working.
Yeah, absolutely. The smallest amount will help.
A
penny, 10p, a pound, whatever. And even more than that, if you guys can share it, would be eternally grateful. I think it's already been shared by, it's been on St Andrew's Hospice, hasn't it? We'll put that link in there. And Andy's Man Club, and they've actually sent us some promotional stuff. So look out for the little Andy's Man Club tonight logo, because you might see it around and about.
It's quite really, isn't it?
Yeah. As it is.
I can't get all.
We've done about 12 miles today, guys. As you can tell, I had to bit that.
I just want to sleep.
He wants to sleep.
I could fall asleep right now.
Time for some scran, I think.
I don't even know if I'm going to bother eating.
Oh, I definitely am starving. Quick, simple meal. I think I've already talked about it before. Cup shot. I just use the container to hold it up, in the plastic lined. So if you pour your water in, it's a perfect quick snack for when you're out camping. And I've also added some of the chicken in there. Doing me for a warm meal for the night. We will do some cook-ups on some other videos, but we wanted to keep it simple for this one. We didn't quite know where we were coming. Anyway.
Plus I love cooking, so.
Plus he loves cooking. And baking.
Yeah.
You alright, mate?
Yeah.
You having a bit of a mare?
No, mate.
No? Doesn't sound like it either, bud.
Goes on like this, my hammock's not going to be the only thing swinging in this tree.
Yeah, it's not the comfiest. Right, guys, as you could probably tell, me and Ads are in our hammocks, set up for the night. Excuse the scruffy beard. As I say, set up for the night, ready for a bit of a kip. Ad's struggling, I'm struggling. If there's any of you pro hammockers out there, tell us what we're doing wrong. Hammocks up. And as you can see, hammock's up. I've got a mat under there somewhere. Not designed for the hammock, but I wanted something to keep the cold air off my back. Gore-Tex bivvy bag. And the tarp. As Ad's already said, I think just out there is where the deer was. So we're hoping we can both, in the night, hopefully we're quick enough to be able to spot something. That's if we don't pack up first and head off home in the dark. Anyway, you live and learn.
We don't.
We don't.
Well, that's going to be my view, because I'm assuming if any deer are coming, that's the way they're coming from, running this way, and they should run past this way, if at all. Either that or they're going to be in here with me under the tap trying to get warm. But yeah, I feel the temperature dropping now. I'm knackered and my head's banging as well, so I can't go to sleep.
That's not freaky. Well, no, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. Me and I've just been woken up by the blood-curdling screams and barks of bloody deer. Well, I'm hoping it was deer anyway. Pretty rough night, I think, so far. Bit cold. I haven't got the hammock set up right. If you guys out there, you hammock campers, have got any tips or tricks, let us know. You've seen it in the video. I think we're set up a bit too loose. Anyway, time to get up soon, start packing away.
Morning all. I think I just heard Taylor talking on recording. Yeah, it's about 3, give or take. I think I'm pretty much done for the night. It's fairly comfortable. Cold. I had like a foam mat under my sleeping bag, obviously, because I know the heat escapes through the bottom, but it just kept sliding and moving from under me. So I don't know, I'm going to sort that out. That's probably about it. Definitely another learning curve night. I think our learning curves are pretty much full spheres nowadays, because everything's a learning curve. But probably time to get up and pack away, and then try and slope out of here. Still fairly dark, but it'll be light soon. Right.
I'm done. Please. I don't want to do this anymore.
Right, guys, it's 20 past 3 and me and Ads have decided to get up and have a little slow pack up. Coffee, those bloody road here broke us up parking.
Well, it's good practice if we can break down in the dark. Well good.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did a 12.5 mile trek to get here, so 12.5 miles back. So setting off early is not a bad thing, really. Anyway, in a bit.
Yeah, we're going to end up in that. Right, that's us done for the day.
Although it looks like night.
Yeah, we're signing out now because we're about to hit just a crap ton of mud, and I don't know, it's going to be a massive shit show. But yeah, it was a good night. First time hammock camping, kind of a birthday camp as well.
Yeah.
Other than having a banging headache and feeling like crap for a few hours, like, it was alright, it was pretty good. Fine, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's about 5:05. We've got a few miles to go.
Yeah. Sun will be well up by the time we get home,
Yeah,
anyway.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us on another adventure, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, just don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I think we've asked a couple of questions, like, you know, definitely the any of you have got any recommendations of trail cams and everything, that'd be helpful.
Absolutely.
Just let us know.
Any questions, any feedback, stick them down in the comments, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so anyway, on to the next.
On to the next.